Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something exciting to talk about, .NET 10 Preview. .NET 10 is the successor to .NET 9, is supported for 3 years as a long-term support LTS release. Currently, we're in Preview 2, but I've seen an interesting feature in Preview 1 that I'd love to highlight. Let's talk about the new LeftJoin operator and how it simplifies our lives as developers. Before we proceed to the LeftJoin operator, let's quickly talk about the release timeline for .NET 10 previews. Preview 1 was officially released on February 25th this year, and Preview 2 followed shortly after, launching on March 18th. Let's jump into the code. I've already set up a .NET 10 console app to demonstrate this. To get started, make sure you've installed .NET 10 Preview, and if you're on Windows using Visual Studio, you need to install the latest Visual Studio 2022 Preview. You can also use Visual Studio Code along with the C# DevKit extension to work seamlessly with .NET 10. I will put all the download links in the description. And don't forget to enable the preview features under Tools, Options, Environment, Preview Features, and use previews of the .NET SDK. Once your environment is set up, you're all set to explore the new capabilities. Now, let's dive into LeftJoin and see how it simplifies complex queries. In previous versions of .NET, performing a LeftJoin in LINQ required a bit of workaround. You had to piece together select many, group join, and default if empty in just the right way to get the desired outcome. A LeftJoin ensures that all elements from the left sequence are included in the results, even if there is no corresponding match in the right sequence. If no match is found, a default value, usually null, is returned for the right side entity. Let's look at how it works. Here we have two classes, customer and order. Customer has an ID and a name. Order has its own ID, a customer ID to link it to a customer, and a total that represents how much the order is worth. Imagine we have two collections, a list of customers and a list of orders. We want to retrieve all customers along with their orders, even if some customers haven't placed any orders. Here, we've created a list of 3 customers, Alice, Bob, and Charlie. Each customer has a unique ID and a name, and a list of orders. Order 101 and 102 belong to Alice, customer ID equals 1. Order 103 belongs to Bob, customer ID equals 2. And Charlie, customer ID equals 3, hasn't placed any orders yet. Here's how we used to do a LeftJoin using LINQ in before .NET 10. Let me break this down step by step. First, we're using group join to combine the customers and orders lists. We're saying, join each customer, using their ID, with all matching orders, using customer ID. That gives us a collection where each customer is paired with a group of their orders, even if that group is empty. Then we use select many to flatten the results. But here's the tricky part. We call .default if empty on the order group. This is what makes it a true LeftJoin. It ensures that customers with no orders still show up in the result, with null values for the order. Finally, we project the result into an anonymous object with customer name, order ID, which will be null if there was no matching order, and order total, with a fallback to 0 in case there's no order. So when we run this, we'll see Alice with 2 orders, Bob with 1 order, and Charlie with no orders, but still included in the final result. So that's how we simulate a LeftJoin using LINQ, a group join, select many, and some default if empty magic. Now that we have the result, the next step is simple. We'll print out the output to see what this query actually returns. This loop goes through each combination of customer and order, and prints their name, the order ID, and the total. If a customer doesn't have an order, the order ID will be blank, and the order total will default to 0. Let's run the application and see the output. So here's what we're seeing. The first 2 lines show Alice. She placed 2 separate orders, so she appears twice, once for each order. Then we have Bob. He made just 1 order for $50, so he shows up once. And finally, we have Charlie. He didn't place any orders at all, but notice, he still appears in the results. His order ID is empty, and the total is 0. That's exactly how a LeftJoin works. It includes all records from the left side, which in our case is the customer's list, even if there's no match from the right side, which is the orders. Now remember how much code we had to write just to simulate a LeftJoin? We had to use group join, select many, and throw in a default if empty, just to make sure unmatched records show up. It worked, but it wasn't exactly the most readable or beginner-friendly code. But in .NET 10, things just got a whole lot cleaner, thanks to the new LeftJoin LINQ operator. Let me show you how the same result can now be written with just a few lines. That's it. Just one simple call to LeftJoin, and we're done. No more group join, no more select many, and no need to manually call default if empty. We're calling .LeftJoin directly on the customer's list. Then we pass in the orders list as the inner collection, an outer key selector for customers, customer.id, an inner key selector for orders, order.customerID, and finally, a projection function. That's where we define how we want the result to look. Just like before, we're building a new anonymous object with the customer's name, the order ID, and the total. The cool part? If there's no matching order, order will be null, and we still get the customer in the result automatically. So under the hood, this still behaves like a proper LeftJoin. But now, instead of chaining multiple LINQ methods, we just express it directly and clearly. All right, let's run the application and see what this new LeftJoin gives us. Here's the output we get. It's exactly the same as before, which is great. That means the new LeftJoin operator is working just like our manual version, but with way less code. We still see Alice twice, because she placed 2 orders. Bob shows up once with his single $50 order. And Charlie, he had no orders, but he still appears in the result, with an empty order ID and a total of 0. This confirms that the LeftJoin is doing its job. It's keeping every customer, even those without any orders, and joining in data when there's a match. Same behavior as before, but now our code is cleaner, shorter, and much easier to maintain. And that's all for today. We've seen how the new LeftJoin in .NET 10 simplifies the way we handle LeftJoins in LINQ. What used to require several lines of code now only takes a simple call to LeftJoin. The result is cleaner, more readable code, and we're still getting the same behavior. Thanks for watching. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more .NET tips. See you in the next video. Happy coding!